Is this criticism or is this concern? Because every time Maggie shows her mom anything that she gets for the baby, her mom makes her feel silly for even thinking that she would need such a thing. Here's Maggie's letter. I'm pregnant with my first baby due later this year. I've always been super close with my mom, but lately everything feels tense. Whenever I show her something that I buy for the baby, she says things like, "That's too much. That's not necessary. You don't need that." Or she compares me to my brother and sister in law. I know she loves me, but every time she does this, I feel deflated. Instead of sharing my excitement, I end up second guessing every decision. I just wish she could be happy with me instead of making me feel silly for wanting to be prepared. Oh, well, first of all, congratulations. Like, this is such an exciting time. And I know it sucks. Like, the one person you really want to share this excitement with is kind of, like dimming dimming your joy. So I'm sorry that this is happening, but just a couple things to consider. Your mom may be looking at the things you're buying, like through the lens of maybe she thinks you're anxious and you are over purchasing on things, or you're trying to get so prepared and she knows that you might be anxious or worried and she's trying to calm you down. And it's her way of saying, "Sweetie, you are going to be incredible. You don't need all this stuff. Like, you got this." Maybe that's her way of just trying to like put her 2 cents in. Or maybe it is criticism or like gentle corrections, because sometimes moms, they start to kind of get pushed out or feel pushed out once their daughters become mothers. They start to feel more irrelevant, like they're not the expert anymore. And that shove to the sideline makes them feel compelled to re-exert their expertise or their power by correcting what you're buying. So that might be what she's doing. Either way, it makes you feel like crap. So the first thing I would try to do, since you guys are close, I would just go to my mom and just be like, "Mom, I know that you love me so much and you're just trying to be helpful, but when I show you something and then this is how you respond, it really is making me feel like I don't want to share things with you, and that's not what I want for my pregnancy. Like, I want us to be like super close." So I would just make her aware of it. If it keeps happening, I would just reaffirm my choice and then change the subject like mid-conversation or like in the middle of our conversation. And if you still are just like, "This is actually hurting our relationship," then for me, I would consider sharing less. If she has less to critique or comment on, she's not going to hurt me as much or steal so much of my joy. So I would just share less, not as a punishment, but to protect our relationship. So those are my thoughts. It might not be criticism. She might be really just concerned and trying to help you by reassuring you in her own way, like, "You don't need all this stuff. Like, you got this." She could be critiquing, but either way, the final thing you can do is just share less. Like, that would be your healthy boundary.